What's going on, guys? My name is Jad. Today, I've got a ranked tank video for you guys today. So I'm going to be talking through how to set up a tank team and how to play ranked. So originally, I wanted to make a script for this and then record it, cut up a bunch of videos and make it look real nice. And then I realized I don't have time for that in the middle of applying for college and also going to work. So this is the best I could get out for you guys. I just want to make a quick video that shows you basically in depth what I'm doing when I'm tanking ranked. So that way you guys can get more ranked coins, get your trainings done faster, and you can get on with actually playing the game instead of trying to just sit here and, basically try to game the system the entire time. So basically right now I've got 1,599 ranked coins. We're going to see how many ranked coins I can get by doing one ranked refresh. So real quick, before we start, let's take a look at what I have as my tank team. So there's not really a specific way to have a tank team set up. It's basically just you want to have the lowest overall lineup that you can have possible. Now, I've seen some people who have 54 overall lineups, and basically that you don't need to go that crazy with it. Like, you can see that I use a bunch of primes in my deck, and I also have a bunch of normals scattered about who are all pretty bad. So, but there's a couple main features that I need you to see. The first thing is that I've got a lot of normal batters that aren't very good because you don't really want them to be hitting a lot of home runs when you're playing because you want to lose the game. And the second thing is that the only normals I have as pitchers are my setup, middle reliever, and long reliever guys, basically because they are going to basically put the game out of reach. It's a pretty good guarantee that by the time your starting pitchers will be taken out of the game, odds are it's either going to be tied or you're going to be losing. So it's going to put in these four at the end here, the middle relievers and the long relievers, and they will basically put the game so far out of reach that you're guaranteed to win. Now, the only reason that I have a Miller as closer is because if I ever play clutch, sometimes I don't want them scoring a lot of runs in the third inning of clutch hits mode, so I put the Miller in there so that way he can prevent them from scoring runs. Now, you don't need to go as crazy as I do with this. I've seen people basically just run their normal diamond pitchers as their 5 starting pitcher options, and then basically just put in really bad setup, middle, and long relief guys, and also throw in a couple bad batters also. Like, I've seen people basically run 100 overall offenses and 72 overall pitchers, and for the most part, that works. For the most part, that's actually not a bad way to run it. But I like to go the full way and use some of my primes that basically I have on my bench, so that's why my lineup is set up like this. So, we're going to go into rank mode. So here's how I refresh the tank lineup. So I go to ranked mode. You can see that right now I'm silver 3. Usually I like to be lower, but we're a little bit further in the week here, so I'm not too upset. I'm just barely in silver. I'm 19 points above the silver 3, 1150. So usually what I look for when I'm about to refresh is I like to go to my match record and see how many revenges I have. So I've got basically a full list of revenges here for the most part, so now is a good time for me to refresh it. I usually either wait for this list to fill up entirely, or I wait for myself to drop below bronze 1 or bronze 2. That's the one I like to refresh the list. So what I'll do is I'll refresh the match list, and then I'll come up here, and that was a mission complete? What did I complete mission-wise? I don't know. And then I'll go to battle lineup, load my league lineup, essentially. I have the same pitchers in the same order that I use them in, which is not a big deal. And that's basically everything. As you can see, my normal lineup is in the game again. The only thing that we need to do later is we need to just throw our other lineup back in. And that's the part that kind of, you got to build up a little muscle memory doing it. It takes a little while sometimes. And for instance, if you are taking the easier option of just swapping out your middle relievers, then it might be a little easier. So we just go into ranked and we just play. So we have 1,599 ranked coins. Let's see how many we can get. And let me also real quick show you basically who I'm playing against. So it's sometimes somebody suggested that maybe I should play this list first and then play the other one. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference in terms of ranked coins. And also in terms of me getting more ranks, I'd rather play the list and then play the list so that way I can get as many ranked points as possible, because I still want to finish in diamond at the end of the week. I slowly gain ranks. I think Tim is a tough guy. Yeah, tough guy. I slowly gain ranks until the end. Essentially, I stopped tanking on Friday, put the normal lineup in, and then just sit around until Sunday and play to get the diamond. Pretty simple. So basically, I just play through everything, and well, basically, I'm just gonna cut it here, and then I think I'm gonna come back at the end when I'm all done, give you guys a couple closing thoughts, show you guys how I put my tank lineup back in, and basically that's everything that I need to do. So I'll be right back as soon as my ranked list is done. Okay, guys, sorry about this. I actually had a thought come into my head while I'm playing this guy who I apparently can't get a hit off of his Wainwright. There we go. That's the floodgates have opened. So a couple people always ask me, they say, hey man, when should I start tanking? The answer is there's not really a good time for you to start tanking, but honestly, the point I would say probably like 95 to 100 overall is a great time to start. I started at 104 overall, and at that point, I was already capable of basically beating everybody that, for the most part, was revenging me. It's funny. I actually didn't start tanking until I got my first Diamond 3, and then I said, okay, this is too much. I need to get my ranked coins so I can get trainings. So essentially, anywhere from 95 to 100 overall is a great spot to start tanking. You can start earlier, but the problem is if you're a little bit lower than that, you might start running into trouble with not winning as many games as you should. So it might theoretically not be as useful for you in terms of trying to just build up a supply of ranked coins as opposed to just playing ranked normally. The point is you want to win a majority of your revenges, and as you tank, you're gonna go up in ranks and you're gonna start playing some tough people. I think approximately 50% of the people I play are basically 95 overall or higher. Very few of them are really high up. Very few times I end up playing somebody in L1 the first day. For the most part, I will still try to play them. This is a common misconception among people. They say, okay, well, I'm just not going to play the high person. You should absolutely play a person, even if you don't think you're going to beat them. You have nothing to lose by playing somebody who's a higher overall than you. You've got nothing to lose, because if you lose, you still get some ranked coins for it, and if you win, then you get a ton of ranked coins, and you get a ton of ranked points if you beat somebody who is a higher overall or a higher ranked grade than you. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. I've talked to people who I say, hey, just play everybody on the list. It doesn't matter. If you get a tough list, you'll get knocked down, and then you'll just be able to get an easier list next time. And honestly, they've been surprised. They've won some games that they didn't think they were originally going to win. And it honestly works better for you. And in the situation where you just start taking losses, it's okay. You'll just play an easier list next time. It's really not a big deal. Unless you're trying to finish D2 or D3 or like D1 or Legend, having a bunch of losses is not the end of the world, because you can always come back from that. It's really not that big of a deal. So anyway, I'm trying to think of anything else. If I think of anything else while I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you guys while I'm running this ranked list, I'll cut it in the video and I'll just throw it in for you guys. Okay, guys, so that's the whole ranked list done, and we're done with all the revenges too. So you can see we're all cleared out here. I actually only lost one to Tim. That's it. It's a shame. Unfortunately, my DeGrom gave up a solo home run in the 7th, and then my bullpen came in, only gave up 1 run, but still, you know, happens. You can't win them all, and unfortunately, his pitcher just outpitched mine. Happens. So, in closing, we have now 1,746 ranked coins. So if you are like me, and you basically, what I do is I try to do 1 reset to 2 resets a day, depending on how long the list is. Sometimes I'll go a day, like a full day, 24 hours, let the list just simmer, and then just ignore it, and then come back to it the next day around the same time, usually about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and then do the list, and then just keep on going. The point is to stay as low as possible until the end of the week, and then you want to rise up in the ranks. You just want to worry about staying low, because you want to guarantee wins. Wins and ranked coins more important than climbing the ranks early in the week. So, I got screwed upstairs. I'm 125, 5, and 5 on the week, which is crazy. That's not my highest win percent, I think. How do I look at this? I think I could look at this. Let's see. Best rank, 261. It doesn't show you the away win rate. Oh well, I figured it would. That's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go put my other lineup back in. Now this is the part where it takes a little bit longer, but I've done muscle memory a bunch. So I go over to the battle lineup, and please, so this is the worst part about this, is when you're not paying attention like I often do, and I accidentally replace the league lineup. So make sure it says battle lineup before you put your other lineup in, or else you're in for a lengthy fixing of your lineup, and that's terrible. So I go to my battle lineup, go to grade from the middle, and then I basically take my worst players who I have all padlocked, so that way they're never going anywhere, and that way they're not going to be in my my spec trains. And then I just go through everybody like this. Now I just know where these people go by now, so I have like this method down pat. Swap out Gary Sanchez, slide this over here, and then just come down through here. Now this was a lot easier with my old lineup, because my old lineup essentially was a lot easier. Now I've moved some people around, so it's not really as smooth as it used to be. And then we'll go over here and swap out my starting pitching first. I didn't really think about what pitchers I use. Slam the door. I don't really think about what pitchers I was using with the primes. I really just took the first 5 I had because it was nice and easy for the lineup. And there you go. That's my tank team back in. And hopefully soon I'll have another rank list to do. The other thing I wanted to mention is some people like to ask, well, do you use gold gears for revenge? And I don't really use any gears. I don't bother unless I'm going for like the end of the week for diamond, then I'll use gold gear. But for the most part, when I'm just tanking, I won't really use gear. You might as well use the bronze and silvers in here because I don't really use them in club, and I don't think anybody else does either. It's either like, gold or nothing at this point. So that's basically everything I've got in this video for you guys today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys can just give me some feedback, or if you guys enjoyed it, or if you learned something, I'd love to hear about it. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer them. And this has basically been the way we've done way I've done ranked tanking for over a year now, and basically it has not changed one bit. So hopefully it stays like this for the foreseeable future, because it's a good source of ranked coins and easy ranked trainings for you guys. With that being said, if you guys liked it and you guys would like to leave a like and a subscription so you can see my content in the future, that way you will get notified whenever I post any other videos, because I do want to do a video about farming and using multiple devices. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys on Monday with my opening of my packs, where hopefully we'll finally be done spec training my team. See you guys later.